Shankill Ballybracken District Credit Union was formed in 1965 by four geniuses. Without them, we wouldn't be here today, and they did this community a great service. In order to address the difficulties we foresaw, we met with Sallynoggin and Dalkey with a merger in mind.
Sallynoggin has been in existence for some 43 years now. I've been a member of the credit union for about 30 years, and I'm now a director of the credit union. From review of the 2012 Act, the board saw the need to be able to maintain our business, and to that end we looked at our neighbouring credit unions in Dalkey and Shankill and Ballybrack. After our initial exploratory meetings, we actually set up a formal steering group, which we called the Valeview Group, which was an amalgam of the boards of the three credit unions, so that we could actually work the process of the merger in a focused way and then feed the information back to our boards.
Well, Dalkey Credit Union is nearly 40 years old. The whole idea of merger was about 5 years ago. It was discussed at a board level, and initially, I suppose we were hesitant about it, but eventually people saw the sense in it because they'd looked at other countries, had a bit of homework on it and looked at other countries and saw how successful it was.
Well, I'm a founder member of the credit union, which will celebrate 50 years next year. So we were founded in 1966, which was actually an important year on the basis that De Valera is shown in bringing in the new credit union legislation. The idea of credit unions to me came about on the basis that I knew Nora Herrelly, mainly because I had actually got her out to Bray to speak at a type of conference that I was running on behalf of the Congress of Trade Unions. Basically from there I felt that this was a wonderful idea, a credit union. When I heard about the merger, I naturally had some little concerns. But to be fair, the manager and the chairperson held a meeting here and invited three of the founding members are still alive, and invited us here to discuss the whole matter with us. I'd have to say from that immediate point of that meeting, I was full of support for it.
Before the merger, the facilities that we would have had to offer members, if they were paying in, it was either with cash or with cheque. We're now able to accept debit cards and electronic transfers directly in, as we're SEPA compliant as well. So the BIC IBAN gives members a direct address for their credit union account that they can lodge money into and out of.
The merger has resulted in each of the offices becoming busier. We're issuing more loans. We've had to take on more counter staff, but we've also had to take on some more back office staff as well. We've appointed a full-time risk and compliance person, again something that we wouldn't have been able to do as a standalone credit union. We've also appointed a marketing officer, which can be seen in our high quality of our branding and our promotional documentation.
In some ways we would be moving more towards what banks are offering, even towards offering mortgages, but we would still have the credit union ethos and provide that personal touch to our members.
I would recommend a merger, quite frankly. The reason being is that I think there's strength in numbers, quite frankly. And I'd have to say that there can be an area where credit unions may have gone as far as they can go in some areas. I would have often thought of that in Shankill.
I'm 22 years old and I'd see great future within the credit union. A lot of the services that we're bringing in are to cater to the younger generation. As the World Organisation of Credit Unions has been highlighting in the recent months, and they're focusing on getting the millennials in, so kind of people of my generation, to get them in and to offer the service that banks don't offer, that millennials want, which is that personal touch, to be able to go online and access their credit union account as they access their bank account.
After the hard work, the hours and hours of meetings, it has all been worth it. We have a very happy workforce. They all know each other now. Members are enjoying it, and we have good board meetings.
We've come through rough times, particularly in the last decade. We don't know what we're going to face in the next decade, but certainly I think if we're amalgamated in this type of strength, I don't think we've any fear for the future.